And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your Baltimore Orioles.
Just about to get underway, and on the hill, Cade Povich.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
Okay, all set to go. And stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
One out, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Throws to first.
He's out.
And Devers is set down.
Third baseman.
As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Two down, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Alex Bregman. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two out, space is empty. High fly ball out to left field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Sox nothing. O's coming to bat. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And starting in this one, Cooper Criswell.
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Second baseman.
We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And it's fouled away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 down. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Out. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Rob Refsnyder. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2. No score here in the 2nd. Now one missed. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game, with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
1st and 2nd, no outs. And now the rookie second baseman. Ground ball right side, could be 2. 1 at 2nd, back to 1st, and that is a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to 1st. Really good job all the way around.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox.
Ball.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. In comes the first run of the game as the Red Sox take the lead.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And with 2 down, the Red Sox. Runner takes off. Line drive. Hauls it in to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the inning. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top
Ryan
prospect labeled over him
Mountcastle.
since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swinging a drive, deep right field. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a
Batting
factor
fifth,
right there. It's
designated
whipping in from
hitter,
right field right now. So
Heston
otherwise,
Kjerstad.
I think that ball's out of here.
So up next, Heston Kjerstad. Line to left, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Laureano comes up to hit. And that one hammered. That's back to the warning track. Makes the catch. Runner tags and goes to third.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind.
Batting
It's blowing
seventh,
in from right
center
field right now.
fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right side, but it kicks foul. This one high in the air to left center. He's got it, and that is the inning. One left for the Orioles. Still behind by a count of 1-0. New inning getting started. So stepping in for Boston. Cedric Rafaela. Up the middle, and that chance handled. The throw to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Showing us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand. But what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets. And it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. One down, base is empty. And it remains 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a high fly ball left field. O'Neill under it. 2 away down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
2
Rafael
outs, base is empty.
Devers.
Now it's Devers at the plate. And there's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Red Sox go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. Set for the bottom
Leading
of the third,
off
and
for
into
the
the box for
Orioles,
Baltimore,
third
Ramon
baseman,
Urias.
Ramon Urias.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball. That one the other way. He takes it on his own. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
So digging in, Jackson Holiday. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Here's the second baseman, Jordan Westburg. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That's outside. 2-1.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Adley Rutschman waiting for a turn at the plate. In the air, right side. Ref Snyder on the move and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back now at Oriole Park. Start of the fourth. Now the third baseman, Alex Bregman. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now the right fielder, Rob Ref Snyder. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. And a ball evens the count. And that's in the dirt. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball lifted left field. O'Neill sizes this one up. He's got it. There's 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Caught him looking for the K. So they go quietly there. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Baltimore, John Chavi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Adley Rutschman. And now 2 balls and a strike. Little chopper rolls foul. And downstairs.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Line drive, base hit, right field. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind him. This is where they need to get going.
Runner at first with no outs here. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. Just missed. The 2-1. In the air, right field. Ref Snyder on his way over. He's got it. Out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And next for the Orioles, Heston Kjerstad.
Ball.
In the dirt. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Rutschman on at second with 2 down. Kjerstad checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, number 28. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Now it's going to be Romy Gonzalez. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Connor Wong.
And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Ramon Laureano.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That's to third. Zips it across, and Laureano is retired.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Cedric Mullins getting ready to hit. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball 2.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Justin Slayton, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Chapman also getting ready. One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Now batting, third baseman,
One gone, runner at
Urias.
first. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ramon Urias. Mullins at first, one gone. Swing and a chopper. Wong on to first. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holiday.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Just missed.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
That's a strike.
Full count.
Out there to center. Makes the grab on the run. And that is the third out of the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Orioles nothing. Top of the 6th inning, and now Ceddanne Rafaela. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
That's a laser base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line
fielder,
drive the other way, you feel
Duran.
really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now batting Jarren Duran. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Whips it to Mountcastle. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Cade Povich will depart. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Coming on for the Orioles, Yennier Cano.
Number 78.
This is his 3rd time out this year.
Yennier Cano.
Here's Rafael Devers. One out and a runner at second, and we're the top half of the 6th. stays alive. Next offering is down low.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
And now it's Alex Bregman.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Gregory Soto is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Baker getting loose as well. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
So 2 down now, and here is Rob Refsnyder. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Whips it to Mountcastle. Out number 3. Nice work from the Baltimore pen there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Slayton. He's
now
making his 4th appearance of the season.
Number 63, Justin Slayton.
Yeah, the batter now,
Leading
Jordan
off for the
Westburg.
Orioles.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Next pitch is downstairs. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Garrett Whitlock, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Weiser also throwing. Fouled off down the right side. The 2-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Now batting, the catcher.
And next for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman. In for a strike. Now 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And now Tyler O'Neill. Next offering is fouled back. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That's inside, and that's ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on.
Next to hit, Ryan Mountcastle. This one in the dirt. Heston Kjerstad in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two outs. Hitting the air out to center field. Rafaela brings it in, and that's the inning. And the Orioles leave one, and it remains 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. Here's Trevor Story. There's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Now batting number 28.
Here's the second baseman. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Mountcastle puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, that was a pitch you
Now
got to
batting,
crush.
the first baseman,
Unbelievable that he
Romy
missed it right there. And I'm
Gonzalez.
telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at bat.
And stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. There's the swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
A little bit
Full
low.
count.
Full count now. Base knock right field. And that extends the inning.
Now batting catcher Connor Wong.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-1.
Two outs. Next offering
balls,
misses down
one
and
strike.
away. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
So now
That's
2
down,
on
ball 4.
and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a
Now
runner in
batting,
the scoring
the center
position,
fielder,
and a chance for this
Cedar
offense to add
Rafaela.
on to their lead.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Yennier Cano is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
So a
the
new arm out of the
Orioles.
bullpen for the Orioles,
Number
Gregory
65.
Soto.
And this could be a pretty
Gregory
critical point in this game. They're
Soto.
hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Now a chance for Cedar Rafaela
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
as they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. And that's a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
1-2 here. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Now batting, left fielder,
Jaron Duran up next for the Red Sox. That one ripped, and it goes just foul. All loaded up here in the top half of inning number 7. And the slider just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Now pitching for Boston.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Whitlock.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Digging in, Heston Kjerstad.
Designated hitter, Heston Kjerstad.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And here's a slow roller. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Ramon Laureano, the next to hit. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Up the middle, and that one handled. Tosses to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So up next, Cedric Mullins. That's too low, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Out to short, Story. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Orioles held in check there. They still trail 1-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Orioles.
and a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th.
56.
Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well,
Leading
1-run
off for the
game,
Red Sox,
and it's Rafael
the
Devers
designated
in the
hitter,
box.
Rafael Devers.
Next offering is fouled back. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. and misses. 1 out.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off on.
Now it's Alex Bregman. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Good eye in that spot. Movement in the bullpen. Keegan Aiken is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Baker, a right-hander, loosening up as well. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. That's the second out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
That misses the zone, and a count. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back now at Oriole Park. And now, Ramon Urias. And there's a strike on the outside corner. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Zach Kelly, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. In the air, and that's a fair ball.
Now batting, shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holiday. The shortstop takes the ball.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The changeup missing. And that's ball 3.
Calling this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
The 3-1. Now this is in the air down the line, and that will drop foul.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
In the air, left field. Durant sizing this one up, and there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman Jordan Westburg.
Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jordan Westburg. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
On the ground to the left. Foul. And it's just foul. That was close. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. With the tying run on at first, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings and misses, struck him out. That's the first sweeper we've seen today, and the batter made a mess of it.
Well, tough night at the dish, punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Garrett Whitlock gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So they turn to their closer, Zach Kelly.
These are the spots
Now
relievers
pitching for
really
Boston,
make a name for themselves.
number
Late
76,
and close. There's
Zach
not much
Kelly.
margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. Way inside, gets out of the way. Urias, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So a strong showing there from the Boston bullpen. Through 8 full, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Orioles nothing. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's Story now. Strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Cionel Perez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Next pitch misses. 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after
Now
this
batting,
one.
number
That was his
28.
3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
2 down, bases empty. And next for the Red Sox, Romy Gonzalez. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Heart of the order. 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Orioles nothing. Last chance for the home team. And here is Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill.
1-run game, bottom 9. And now the count is even.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Strike 3, got him swinging. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
Now that's
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. That one misses. Ball 2.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And that one fouled off. Trying to close out a one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Orioles down to their final out. Heston Kjerstad will hit next. And that's off the inside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One strike away. A 1-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.